Today we're going to talk about a man who called himself the happiest man on earth. Now, that's a pretty big claim, right? His name was Eddie Jaku, and his story, well, it's going to challenge just about everything you think you know about what it means to be happy.
So just imagine hearing someone say that, "I am the happiest man on earth." I mean, it's a bold thing to say for anyone. But what makes this statement just absolutely staggering is who it came from and what he went through.
And that right there, that's the big question, isn't it? How could a man who survived the Holocaust, who saw the absolute worst of humanity, who went through Auschwitz, how could he come out the other side and say that? Not with bitterness, not with anger, but with this incredible, profound joy. To get it, to really understand, we have to go back. We have to see what he saw.
So, let's start with The Darkness at Midday, a journey through inhumanity. Because, to really grasp Eddie's happiness, you first have to face the darkness he endured. And his journey, it was just filled with unimaginable loss and suffering.
Okay, so this timeline, it really only scratches the surface of the horror. Think about it. In 1938, on Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass, his entire world as a proud German was just shattered. He was arrested. Fast forward to 1943, and he and his whole family are captured, deported to Auschwitz. It was there that his parents were murdered, he was forced into labor, he was starved, and then, right at the end of the war, he was forced on a death march. I mean, surviving just one of those things is a miracle. To survive all of them, it's almost impossible to even comprehend.
But see, this isn't just a story about survival. It's really a story about rebirth, a vow to live, the choice that changed everything. Because after he was finally rescued by American soldiers, and you have to picture this, he was skeletal, weighing only 28 kilograms, Eddie was faced with a choice. A single choice that would literally define the rest of his entire life.
And it was right there, at his absolute lowest point, what he himself called his deathbed, that he made this promise. It was a vow to himself, to the world, to whatever was out there. He promised that if he made it, if he actually survived, he would dedicate his entire life to being happy, to being kind, and to teaching other people. He wasn't just going to live for himself anymore. He was going to live for everyone who was lost. And that single, conscious decision, that was the turning point. That was everything.
So from that one promise, Eddie built this incredibly clear, practical philosophy for living. This is Eddie's Guide to Happiness, Principles for a Beautiful Life. He figured out pretty quickly that you can't just wait to feel happy. No, you have to work at it. And he created this sort of roadmap that he shared with literally everyone he met. He wanted to show the world that happiness isn't some random thing that just happens to you. It's a choice, and it's a practice you have to do every single day.
And you know what? His guide was so simple, but at the same time just so profound. Let's look at the steps. First, choose your friends carefully. He said they become your new family. Second, practice kindness daily, every single day. Third, share your story. Don't let that pain just sit inside you in silence. And then there's the last one, maybe the hardest but absolutely the most important rule of all, never, ever, ever hate.
And man, was he clear on that last point. He talked about hate as being this poison, a disease. It's something that, yeah, it might destroy your enemy, but he said it'll destroy you too from the inside out. But he also had the antidote, and the antidote was kindness. He said kindness is the greatest wealth we can have. Think about it. A simple smile, he said, can be like a gift of gold. That's the cure.
So, we arrive at his legacy. A legacy of light, the power of one life. Eddie lived to be 101 years old, 101. And every single day, he lived up to that vow he made. He spoke to thousands upon thousands of people sharing his story. But here's the key. He never shared it as a victim. He always shared it as a teacher. His legacy isn't about the darkness he endured, it's about the incredible light he created because of it.
And really, when you boil it all down, his entire philosophy, everything he taught, it comes back to this one single powerful idea, hope. As he said, hope is the thing that will save you. When you have hope, you have everything. He said that even in the absolute deepest, darkest pits of Auschwitz, hope was the one thing that kept him and his friends going. It was his most precious possession. It was the foundation for his resilience, and yeah, ultimately, for his happiness.
So that brings us to the end, and we're left with a question inspired by Eddie's incredible life. What is one choice you can make today to live a happier life? He showed us all that even after the darkest night imaginable, you can still choose to find the sun. So thinking about his principles, what's one small choice, one little act of kindness, One tiny shift in how you see things that you can make right now, today, to honor his legacy and, well, to build your own happiness.